Welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're tuning in. Today, we're cutting right through the endless buzzwords and the usual hype cycle to figure out what AI agents actually are. We're going to look at how they're built, and more importantly, how businesses are really using them right now. All right, let's dive right into this.
So I want you to imagine a world where artificial intelligence doesn't just, answer your questions, but it actively takes the wheel to complete complex tasks entirely on its own. We're talking about systems that plan, navigate, and execute multi-step workflows without needing you to click a button for every single step. This right here is the promise of Agentic AI.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the AI agent, then look under the hood. After that, we'll cover the enterprise reality, uncover the secrets of high performers, and finally, look at the risks and roadblocks.
All right, Section 1, Meet the AI Agent. The absolutely crucial difference here is action. An AI agent is a compound system operating completely autonomously. You got to think of it less like a standard search engine and really more like Jarvis from Iron Man. It actually remembers past interactions, uses specific software tools, and makes independent decisions to reach a goal, all without you holding its hand every step of the way.
Pretty wild, right?
So the core difference is super clear. Traditional chatbots are highly reactive. They're basically incredibly smart encyclopedias, just waiting around for your constant prompts. AI agents, on the other hand, are proactive. They act as independent digital workers, executing multi-step workflows entirely on their own. They don't just talk, they do.
Moving on to Section 2, Under the Hood.
An AI agent isn't just a single model running on some server somewhere. Based on Ken Hong's reference architecture, it's actually this deep 7-layer stack. It starts at the base with foundation models and data operations. Then it moves up through complex agent frameworks and deployment infrastructure. Finally, it's topped off with really rigorous layers for evaluation, security, and an entire ecosystem to interface with real-world applications. It's like a giant interconnected puzzle. Now, to build that third layer, the agent frameworks, developers use specialized tools. Let's compare 3 of the major ones. CrewAI is fantastic for creating role-playing teams where agents actually delegate tasks to one another. Then you've got LangGraph, which focuses heavily on stateful applications, meaning it keeps a memory of really complex workflows. And IBM's BAI is designed for maximum scalability and enterprise flexibility, offering robust controls for production-ready deployments.
Next up, Section 3, the enterprise reality.
Okay, this number is just staggering. According to McKinsey, 62% of organizations are currently at least experimenting with AI agents. I mean, the hype is absolutely translating into massive corporate curiosity and early-stage development across the board.
But if we look at the breakdown, it reveals a pretty clear reality gap. While 39% are just experimenting, only 23% of companies have actually managed to scale an agentic system in at least one business function. So doing this well at a massive enterprise scale, it's incredibly difficult.
And you know what? That difficulty shows up right on the balance sheet. Only 39% of organizations are seeing any bottom-line enterprise earnings impact from their AI initiatives. The vast majority are stuck in what we like to call pilot purgatory, basically playing with the shiny new tech, but not truly profiting from it quite yet. Let's turn to Section 4, Secrets of High Performers.
I absolutely love this quote from Bryce Hall at McKinsey because it shatters a major misconception out there. The secret to scaling AI agents successfully isn't about firing human workers. It's actually about augmenting domain experts with AI to create a hybrid intelligence. That is where the real value capture happens, for sure.
High performers also follow a very specific playbook. First, they don't just use AI to cut costs. They set goals for transformative innovation. Crucially, they fundamentally redesign their underlying workflows from the ground up rather than just awkwardly plugging agents into outdated processes. They also establish strict human-in-the-loop validation to catch errors, and get this, they commit over 20% of their digital budgets specifically to AI. It's a real game changer.
Finally, Section 5, Risks and Roadblocks. Because AI agents operate independently, they dramatically increase a company's attack surface. To stop rogue agents, prevent infinite computing loops, and honestly just halt data exfiltration, the industry relies on rigorous threat modeling. They're using frameworks like Microsoft Stride and MITRE Atlas to keep things locked down. There are also fundamental structural risks here. The first is agentic misalignment. This is the danger that an autonomous AI might take an unintended or even destructive path just to achieve its assigned goal. The second roadblock, sheer energy and cost.
NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has warned that AI agents require up to 100 times more computing power than standard language models. Literally, up to 100 times? Just imagine the electric bill on that. And of course, we have to talk about the human cost. While the high performers champion hybrid intelligence, workforce anxiety is very, very real. McKinsey's survey data shows that while 43% expect no change in workforce size next year, nearly a third of organizations expect AI adoption to actively shrink their headcount. Meanwhile, this technology is rapidly moving beyond the private sector and directly into public infrastructure. From local 311 services in Texas to the IRS utilizing agents for tax services, the deployment timeline is accelerating fast. The U.S. military is heavily investing in this space too. They're even utilizing specialized models like EdgeRunner AI, which was purposefully built offline and fine-tuned to avoid what its creators perceived as the left-wing political biases of standard commercial language models. The footprint of this tech is expanding literally everywhere. Which brings us to our final slide and a question I really want to leave you with today. We've seen the incredible architectures, the massive corporate scaling efforts, and the severe security risks. The technology to build independent digital workers is absolutely here. But is our operational readiness, our security, and our human workforce truly prepared for the reality of handing over the keys? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope it helped you see through the hype. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.